James Helder for IFL TV in association with Matt King's Gym Marbella. I'm in Monte Carlo today. With me, I've got Andrew Mikhail, Martin Murray's manager. How are you doing, Andrew?
Great, thank you. Thank you. Nice to talk to you.
Good to talk to you, sir. Firstly and foremost, massive task. Martin taking on WBA Super Champion Gennady Golovkin. Can you talk to me a little bit about how his camp went in South Africa?
Well, to be honest, I went out for a couple of weeks with him. You know, he did 6 weeks in the UK. Then he did 5 weeks in South Africa training at altitude. It went superbly. You know, his weight's the best it's ever been. And the way he's made it, especially, is the best. He had his own chefs there, he had his own physio there, he had everything there. So, you know, he's ready now, more than ever ready. And like you've heard me say a couple of times over this last couple of days, if he's not good enough, right, there's nothing more he could have done to be good enough. But the way he's been performing, sparring, training, it's unbelievable. You know, I've never seen him this good. He's far and away the best I've ever seen him for a long time. This unbelievable.
I mean, normally he doesn't have the added benefit of going to South Africa. I know this is the second time he's done this with Golden Gloves. Do you think this has really helped him for his camp?
Hugely. And like you've heard me say again, you know, in the past people are saying to me, why haven't you done it before? It's down to money. It's costing 40 grand to go there. Planes, taking his sparring partners over, hotels, he stayed in nice places, he's had his own chefs. He's put a lot of his money back in to this, and it's his own money to get, because he knew what he had to do. To win this fight, he has to take himself to places he's never been before, through pain barriers he's never been before, away from his kids. He loves his kids. He's never away from his kids. He picks them up from school, drops them off, in between training. And to be fair, you know, up until this last year, there's other sacrifices he's made, like his wife stopped working, his wife's a social worker, got a great job. You know, he's had to say to her, listen, you know, these next 3 years is the biggest 3 years, especially this next, you know, 12 months, because we knew we were leading up to this fight. It was always the plan, you know, and now he's in the right place and he's done it the right way. I don't know what more he could have done than what he's done.
He's a number one contender. In many people's opinions, he should be world champion already. The draw in Germany with Sturm, which was absolutely a great contest. I said that I don't think there's an argument for either way there. The Martinez fight in Argentina, knocking him down twice, only one knockdown being counted. In his own head, is he a world champion already?
No, he's not. It's quite simple. You know, did he do enough against Sturm? You know, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But you know what there is? There's a maybe. Martinez, did he do enough? Well, I think he did. You think he did. Everyone else thinks he did. But could he have done a bit more? Maybe he could have done. Like I told you earlier on, you know, his eating habits have changed, and what he's eating has changed. He's been eating pasta before the last couple of fights. In the Martinez fight, and Sturm thinking it's great. Then he finds out he's allergic to gluten. So you know, he's been eating quite a lot of things that he thinks is good for him, putting the carbs back in his body, but he's not been eating the right type of carbs for his body. But again, you need the money to do that. You need the money to invest into that, to this sports science. And when you get to a certain level, you know, you can start doing that. But you need to pay your mortgage, you need to pay everything else. But you know, he's got there now, and he made it over this last 3 years. He's made good money, he's made big time money, he's put himself where he should be, and he should be at the top, exactly where he is now.
Golovkin is probably renowned as being a bit of a boogeyman. No one wants to fight him. No, he can't get the big fights at the moment for whatever reason. In comes Martin Murray. Was there any hesitance from Martin to take this fight once the free fight deal was offered with Golovkin at the end of the rainbow?
Quite simple. We had Sturm on the table. They offered me Sturm for not the best money. A lot of money, but not the best money. And I had another opportunity for Martin, which was with Rodney Berman, after having a long conversation with Rodney Berman, and it was quite simple. Go to fight Sturm. You know what? We knew we could beat Sturm. Martin knew we could beat him, but then we tied into Sturm promoting us for 2 more fights. We've just got out of that situation with another promotion company. Why do we want to get back in it again? So when I went to Berman and we sat down, the deal was just unbelievable. It was a 3-fight deal. We've ended up having 4 fights with him, and the end. Dangling carrot was to fight Golovkin. Martin had no hesitation. Number one, yeah, money. Money's important in this sport. It's about money for these guys. People forget that sometimes. They need to feed the kids. It's a very short career, and need to do the most they can do, and earn the most they can do in this very short career. Because believe me, once they're retired, very few people will care about them.
I mean, this Golovkin fight, Does it make Martin financially secure in the future, so he doesn't have to worry so much?
Well, there's financially secure and there's financially secure. Financially secure, I would say, is Mayweather. Right? But financially secure, yeah, he's got a good payday. His family are comfortable, but you know, that type of money doesn't last forever. You're still going to have to do something after boxing, but he's still got plenty of fights left in him after this, and he wins this. He's superstar.
As you say, he wins this, he's superstar. The fight's on HBO, on Channel 5, in South Africa. Probably the biggest platform he could get to show what he can do.
No doubt about it, yeah. I totally agree with you. And his stock now is back to where it was with Martinez, if not higher, because obviously the attraction Golovkin brings with him is added attention to it all, and it's been built up as a mega fight in America. It's on Times Square for 24 hours, rolling on 24 hours on Times Square, so it's not a bad place to be from a young boy, bad boy from St. Helens originally.
Abel Sanchez, I heard him today, he seems to think that if Martin Murray tries to turn this into a street fight, it could end early with Golovkin's power. Is Martin aware of this, of Abel Sanchez's comments, and does this affect his game plan?
No, but it could end early. It could end early for him as well. Nobody knows. Boxing's just all about one punch, mate. You know, I just know he can't do any more than what he's done. You know the power. If Golovkin hits Martin Murray on the chin or anybody else, me or you, we're all going for a little bit of a sleep. If Martin hits him, right, bang on the chin, right, with his full force, he's going for a little bit of a sleep. That's boxing. The idea of boxing is staying away from them. Attacking when you need to attack, defend when you need to defend. Martin's got a great defence. We think we know what he's going to try and do. Everybody thinks they know what he can try and do. He's going to try and do, but we'll soon find out. But we've got a game plan. Martin's got a game plan. When you're getting in the face with bombs, sometimes that can change.
Do you think Martin's better than the likes of Gil or Marco Antonio Rubio?
No doubt about it. We tried to get a Gil fight with Gil. We couldn't make that happen. Don't think that was really down for him. Rubio wouldn't fight us. I couldn't believe that Rubio wouldn't come here to fight us. We offered him more money than against Golovkin. For some reason, something must have gone on behind the scenes we don't know about. But he wouldn't fight us for the interim belt WBC because we were already the silver belt champion. Couldn't make that. We tried to make. To be honest with you, we've tried to make everybody because if I'm honest with you, my choice would be to try and get the easiest world title fight I can get to get him a world title, and then you can go where you want. He doesn't quite think like me sometimes. He just says, well, who can I fight? Where can I fight? How much are we getting for that? Brilliant, let's go. He doesn't really, he's no fear. He's a bit strange, if I'm honest with you, he's a bit strange. And you'd have to speak to him and sit down with him and spend sort of the week. I mean, this week he's probably the nastiest person. I like to stay out of his way myself this week, but you know, because he likes his food and
he's getting close to the weight.
Getting close to the weight. He doesn't really show any nerves. I don't see him ever worried or frightened or concerned, or when I talk to him and we sit down together quite a bit, you know what I mean, quite a bit through this week. We eat together, we stay together. I try and do his diet for about a few hours, right? It doesn't work, but he's just unfazed, and I think that's probably the type of person you need to get in a fight with this fella.
All right, well listen, the world's eyes will be watching. I wish Martin Murray the best of luck. Thank you for talking to IFL TV, Andrew.
No problem, thank you.
And I'll catch you again real soon.
Take care, all the best.